So we are at the Festival of Finance here in London. We have just concluded the session on women in banking, and I'm here with one of our panelists, a very important panelist indeed, Brenda Trenowden, who not only is the head of Financial Institutions Group Europe for ANZ, but Brenda, you also are the global chair for the 30% Club. So a lively discussion, lots of questions from the audience, which was interesting. How far has the gender discussion come?
Well, I think for most of us, we haven't gone far enough, clearly. You know, our numbers are still on boards, we're at 26%. Within executive committees of FTSE 100 companies, we're not sure. We think we're between 15 to 19%. But beneath that, we have a very leaky pipeline. So we're not in the state where we'd want to be, but actually I think we've come a long way in a short time. So when the 30% Club started, we had 12.5% women on FTSE 100 boards and 21 all-male boards. Today, as I mentioned, we've got 26%, and we don't have any all-male FTSE 100 boards. But also the momentum, the dynamic, the amount of noise around this topic only increases. We've got a huge investor group here in the UK with about 11 trillion sterling in assets under management, who are all looking at this as a governance and stewardship issue. We've seen the Jane Angadi report and HM Treasury's charter come out. We've seen the new disclosure rules, the gender pay gap reporting. All of these things are contributing to companies having to look at this. And we like to say that sunlight is the best disinfectant. And also, what gets measured gets managed, but what gets reported on gets managed even better.
So we need more transparency. We need someone encouraging corporates and financial institutions and banks to be more transparent when it comes to gender. But after that, what is the best way to actually force change? Which, of course, we have seen some improvement, but as you say, not as much as definitely we wanted to.
We've definitely like people like you to keep up the noise in the media. So we've been very, very happy with all the coverage that this has got here in the UK. I think also, as I say, the pressure now coming from investors, from both asset owners and asset managers, and really looking at this is a business issue. This isn't about equality or what's fair. All the research shows this is what's best for business, and there's more research coming out, so that really helps. And I think as we start to get investors agitating about this, we have the Hampton-Alexander Commission coming in now, following on all the great work from the Davies Commission. Yes, absolutely. And the 30% Club has got a new campaign that we've launched, really focusing on the pipeline as well, and setting targets with companies to get to 30% on their executive committees by 2020. So the more we can continue to put the spotlight on companies, the more we can all continue to reiterate that business case and then start to cascade that down through organizations. But make no mistake, the organizations themselves have to want to do this. They have to appreciate the business case. Senior management have to take this on as a top priority. They have to set their own targets. They have to report on this regularly. They have to have their own transparency, and they have to make it happen. So there's a lot that has to happen, but I'm very encouraged by what I'm seeing.
So there was a gentleman in the audience who asked, how come you women are not angry about the fact that you're being paid less than men, that you're not progressing as fast as men seemingly are? And we also had young parents from the LSE, the London School of Economics, who was insisting that no, we must impose quotas. The legislators have to come out and impose quotas. What's your view?
Well, it's a classic, of once again, men not really understanding women and not being able to read women. We're all furious, of course we are. That's why we're all campaigning so hard. And for all of us in the 30% Club steering group, we all have big full-time jobs, and this is just a voluntary campaign that we're involved in. But it is because we're angry, we're passionate, we're frustrated, we want to make change happen. But we believe that we need to have women and men working together. We're not in the days of the suffragettes. I think he mentioned throwing bricks through windows. We don't think that's going to make the difference. We would rather talk our way in rather than try to smash down the wall. And we're seeing that start to have effect. So of course, we all want to see change happen much faster, but we believe that we need to do it by working together rather than confronting each other.
Well, best of luck, and thank you for being here today and for your comments, Brenda.
Thank you very much, Silvia.